When most bikes lose value fast, these Harleys prove every dollar was money well spent. In 2025, while other brands chase trends, they're still delivering the same power, soul, and reliability that made them legends. Built to last, trusted for decades. These are the 15 Harleys that are still worth every single dollar. We're kicking off with a legend that time can't touch. A Harley that's aging better than the riders themselves. At number 15, the Harley-Davidson Iron 883, the legend that never dies. The Iron 883 might be one of Harley's oldest models, but in 2025, it's still one of their most reliable sellers, and a true entry point into the brand's legacy. Launched over a decade ago, it continues to hold its resale value better than most mid-range cruisers, with clean used units often fetching over $7,000. So, what makes the Iron 883 so special? Simplicity and soul. It's 883 cubic centimeters air-cooled. Evolution Vi-Twin might not be high-tech, but it delivers that classic Harley Rumble riders crave. There's no TFT screen, no fancy traction control, just raw torque and a connection between rider and machine that feels alive. In an era of overly complex motorcycles, that simplicity has become a selling point. It's also one of the most customizable Harleys ever made. From cafe-style builds to full bobber transformations, the aftermarket for the Iron 883 is endless. Riders love how easy it is to make it their own. And unlike many newer models, it doesn't require a computer to tweak or tune. Even mechanically, it's built to last. The pushrod V-twin has proven itself for decades, and parts are cheap and widely available. That keeps maintenance costs low, something rare for big cruisers. Sure, it's not the fastest Harley on the road, but that's not the point. The Iron 883 delivers the kind of character and authenticity that no new model can fake. But while the Iron 883 keeps the retro spirit alive, the next Harley on our list shows that comfort and modern touring can coexist without losing that unmistakable Harley soul. At number 14, the Harley-Davidson Road Glide, the highway king that refuses to be dethroned. When it comes to long-distance touring, few bikes can touch the Harley-Davidson Road Glide. In 2025, it's still one of the most desired baggers in the world, and one of the few that continues to hold resale value like a champ. Many used models from 2020 still sell for over $20,000, proof that riders trust the Road Glide to go the distance. The secret lies in its perfect mix of muscle and comfort. The Road Glide's signature frame-mounted shark nose fairing gives it unmatched wind protection at high speeds, and the Milwaukee 8 114 engine delivers effortless power. 122 foot-pounds of torque that eat up highways without breaking a sweat. Even fully loaded with luggage and a passenger, it cruises smoothly for hours. Then there's the tech balance. Unlike overly digital bikes that bury riders in menus, Harley's latest infotainment setup on the Road Glide is intuitive. Big touchscreen, easy navigation, and solid Bluetooth integration. Riders can enjoy luxury without feeling like they're piloting a spaceship. Reliability also plays a huge part in its ongoing success. Harley has refined the Milwaukee 8 platform over the years, eliminating the heat and vibration issues of earlier big twins. Owners routinely report 100,000 miles with nothing more than regular oil changes and basic care. But what truly keeps the Road Glide relevant is presence. That wide fairing, deep rumble, and muscular stance still make it one of the most commanding bikes on any highway. And while the Road Glide dominates the open road, the next Harley shows that even a smaller cruiser can pack all that big bike feel into a more approachable, wallet-friendly package. At number 13, the Harley-Davidson Street Bob 114, the stripped-down muscle bike that still delivers. The Street Bob 114 is the perfect example of less is more. It skips the extra chrome, flashy gadgets, and oversized bodywork, yet still manages to feel like a pure Harley at heart. In 2025, it continues to be one of the most bang-for-buck cruisers in the lineup, offering Milwaukee 8 power and authentic Harley attitude for around $16,999 new. Powered by the 114 cubic inch, 1,868 cubic centimeters engine, it churns out a massive 119 foot-pounds of torque, all delivered low and smooth. Twist the throttle, and the Street Bob pulls like a freight train. Despite that power, it stays remarkably manageable thanks to its lightweight softtail frame and mid-mount controls. Riders love how it combines classic Harley grunt with a more agile, stripped-down feel. Unlike some of the bulkier Harleys, the Street Bob feels raw. No windshield, no heavy fairing, just you, the motor, and the open road. That minimalism is what keeps it desirable even years later. Riders who want the old-school Harley experience without the maintenance hassle or weight of bigger models know the Street Bob is the real deal. Resale-wise, it's also a winner. Because of its timeless look and strong engine, used models hold up impressively well. Some 2020 units still sell for over $13,000. That's rare for a cruiser in this price range. Add in Harley's improved reliability since 2021 and a massive aftermarket for custom parts, and the Street Bob 114 becomes a no-brainer for anyone who wants something durable, easy to personalize, and packed with real American torque. And if the Street Bob is the minimalist powerhouse, the next Harley takes that same reliability and gives it a modern touring twist that's nearly impossible to beat. At number 12, the Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic. Old school charm meets modern endurance. The Heritage Classic has always walked the line between vintage cruiser and light tourer, and in 2025, it's still one of Harley's most balanced and beloved machines. It's got the look of a classic softtail, but rides like a modern tourer, all while keeping that Harley durability intact. Powered by the Milwaukee 8 114 engine, the Heritage Classic puts out strong torque, 119 foot-pounds, and smooth, predictable power that feels effortless on highways and back roads alike. What sets it apart is how refined it's become. No annoying vibrations, no harsh suspension jolts, just silky acceleration and confident handling. Comfort is another big win here. With its windshield, wide seat, and saddlebags, the Heritage Classic is perfect for long hauls without feeling bulky. Many owners call it the sweet spot between the lightweight cruisers and full-size touring bikes like the Road Glide. Even better, the build quality on the Heritage is exceptional. Chrome finishes, leather accents, and premium paint still look showroom new after years of riding. It's one of those bikes that ages gracefully, not just mechanically, but visually too. Resale values remain strong because of its versatility. You can strip it down for weekend cruising or load it up for cross-country rides. Dealers report that used Heritage Classics often sell within weeks, especially among older riders who want comfort without sacrificing that authentic Harley vibe. Maintenance costs are moderate and reliability is top tier. Owners regularly clock 80,000 to 100,000 miles with routine servicing and still describe the bike as rock solid. But while the Heritage wins with grace and reliability, the next Harley on our list proves that big touring muscle can still hold its crown even in a high-tech age, say. At number 11, the Harley-Davidson Street Glide Special, the all-rounder that defines modern touring. If there's one Harley that perfectly blends comfort, performance, and street presence, it's the Street Glide Special. In 2025, it remains one of the best-selling touring bikes in Harley's lineup, and for good reason. It's a true do-it-all machine that riders can trust for both long highway runs and daily commutes. Powered by the Milwaukee 8 114 engine, it produces about 118 foot-pounds of torque, enough muscle to cruise effortlessly even when fully loaded. The power delivery is smooth and steady, giving that signature Harley feel without fatigue on longer rides. What makes it even better is Harley's refinement over the years. Less heat, smoother shifting, and stronger throttle response. The Street Glide Special isn't just about performance, though. Comfort and convenience are where it really shines. The seat is plush, the suspension is forgiving, and the iconic Batwing fairing offers excellent wind protection. Add to that the premium infotainment system, responsive touchscreen, and crisp speakers, and you've got a bike that turns long trips into smooth, enjoyable journeys. Aesthetically, it's pure Harley attitude. Slammed stance, deep paintwork, and blacked-out finishes that make it look mean even standing still. Riders love the way it commands attention without looking overdone. On the resale side, the Street Glide holds value like few others. Even 5-year-old models easily fetch above $20,000 thanks to their reliability and reputation. Mechanics call it one of the most dependable big touring Harleys ever built, with owners regularly hitting 6 figures in mileage without serious issues. And while the Street Glide balances comfort and style, the next Harley shows that raw power and performance still have a place in Harley's 2025 lineup, especially for riders who crave something wilder. At number 10, the Harley-Davidson Fat Bob 114, the Rebel with staying power. The Fat Bob 114 isn't your typical Harley, and that's exactly why it's still a hit in 2025. It's bold, aggressive, and muscular, designed for riders who want Harley torque with a street fighter's attitude. Despite its polarizing look, it's aged surprisingly well, holding strong resale value and a loyal fan base years after its debut. The Milwaukee 8 114 engine gives it a serious punch, 119 foot-pounds of torque, instant throttle response, and that trademark rumble. But the real reason the Fat Bob stands out is how well it handles. Thanks to its inverted front forks, dual-disc brakes, and balanced frame, it feels planted and responsive, far more agile than its bulky looks suggest. Riders love that it's the anti-chrome Harley. Everything about the Fat Bob screams modern muscle. Thick tires, blacked-out exhausts, and a rectangular LED headlight that still looks futuristic in 2025. It's the kind of bike that turns heads, even among people who don't normally pay attention to Harleys. Another reason it's held up so well? Build quality and reliability. Owners regularly report clocking 50,000 plus miles with no major issues beyond basic maintenance. It's a Harley that can take abuse and keep going, whether it's city commutes or weekend canyon rides. Used prices remain stable. Older models from 2019 to 2021 are still fetching over $12,000, proving that the Fat Bob has more staying power than critics expected. And if the Fat Bob brings the fight to the streets, the next Harley shows that refinement and tradition can still win hearts, especially when they come wrapped in classic styling. At number 9, the Harley-Davidson Low Rider S. Timeless looks meet modern muscle. The Low Rider S has quietly become one of Harley's best balanced bikes, and in 2025, it's still holding its value like a champ. It's the perfect middle ground between a cruiser and a performance machine, appealing to both old-school purists and younger riders who want something fast but not overcomplicated. Under the tank, you get Harley's Milwaukee 8 117 engine. That's 1,923 cubic centimeters of torque-rich power, putting out around 125 foot-pounds. It's smooth, responsive, and brutally satisfying. The moment you twist the throttle, the Low Rider S surges forward with that deep, throaty growl that feels unmistakably Harley. But unlike older Harleys, it's controlled and refined thanks to upgraded suspension and strong dual front brakes. What keeps this bike relevant isn't just power, it's balance. The upright riding position and mid-controls make it comfortable for long rides, while still giving that aggressive street stance. The handling feels light for a Harley, allowing easy cornering without losing stability. Owners love it because it doesn't need much. No bulky fairings, no excessive chrome, no electronic overload. Just pure torque, comfort, and that classic Harley personality. It's also a favorite among custom builders, which keeps its resale market alive and well. Even 5-year-old models often sell for over $15,000. Durability-wise, the Low Rider S has proven bulletproof. The Milwaukee 8 engine can easily surpass 100,000 miles with regular oil changes, and parts availability is excellent. And while the Low Rider S keeps Harley's muscle roots alive, the next one on our list proves that nostalgia can still be profitable. especially when done right. At number 8, the Harley-Davidson Sportster S, the modern reinvention that actually worked. When Harley launched the Sportster S, there were doubts. Could a liquid-cooled, high-tech Harley really win over traditionalists? Fast forward to 2025, it did. While other modernized models struggled, the Sportster S became one of the few new-generation Harleys to hold its resale value and respect among riders. Powered by the Revolution Max 1250T engine, the Sportster S produces a jaw-dropping 121 horsepower, a massive leap compared to the old air-cooled Sportsters. Yet it still manages to feel connected and visceral. The power delivery is strong but predictable, giving riders confidence rather than chaos. But what's really kept it valuable is reliability. The Rev Max engine has proven incredibly durable, with few reported issues even after years of hard riding. Harley's modern electronics package, including cornering ABS, traction control, and multiple ride modes, makes it safer and smoother, especially for riders who want performance without intimidation. Design-wise, the Sportster S bridges old and new perfectly. The fat tires, muscular frame, and low stance give it attitude, while the sleek LED lighting and minimalist TFT screen make it feel futuristic. Riders love that it's unmistakably a Harley, but one built for this decade. Despite its high-tech edge, the Sportster S is also surprisingly low maintenance. The liquid cooling system keeps temperatures steady, and service intervals are longer than older Sportsters. Used models are holding strong too. Some 2021s are still fetching over $13,000 depending on condition. But while the Sportster S proves Harley can go modern, the next bike on our list shows that pure, old-fashioned touring luxury still commands respect and resale value like nothing else. At number 7, the Harley-Davidson Road Glide Limited, the highway king that refuses to quit. The Road Glide Limited has always been the benchmark for long-distance touring, and even in 2025, it's still one of the most respected Harleys on the road. Riders who clock serious miles call it the forever bike because it just keeps running, year after year, with minimal fuss. Power comes from the Milwaukee 8 114 or 117 engine, depending on the trim, both offering over 120 foot-pounds of torque. It's not just about power though, it's the way this engine delivers it. Smooth, effortless, and quiet at highway speeds, the Road Glide Limited gives riders that signature low-end Harley grunt without any of the old-school vibration fatigue. What sets it apart is its long-term dependability. Owners routinely push these bikes well past 100,000 miles with proper maintenance, and many of them do cross-country trips multiple times a year. Harley's touring platform is built like a tank, solid, balanced, and surprisingly easy to handle once moving. Comfort-wise, the Road Glide Limited is in a class of its own. The frame-mounted shark nose fairing cuts wind like nothing else, keeping buffeting to a minimum. The suspension is plush, the seat is all-day comfortable, and with heated grips and seats on newer models, it's built to tackle any season. Tech features like boom, box infotainment, navigation, Bluetooth, and cornering ABS make it modern but not overwhelming. It feels like a luxury car on two wheels, but still raw enough to remind you it's a Harley. Used units from as far back as 2018 still sell strong, holding value better than many sport tourers from Japan or Europe. Simply put, it's built to last. But if the Road Glide is Harley's touring masterpiece, the next one shows that even smaller Harleys can pack the same bulletproof reliability, just in a lighter, more city-friendly form. At number 6, the Harley-Davidson Iron 883, the little bike that won't die. The Iron 883 may not be the fastest or flashiest Harley, but it's earned a near-legendary reputation for being tough as nails. In 2025, even as Harley's lineup evolves, thousands of Iron 883s are still on the road, many with more than a decade of daily use behind them. Its secret? Simplicity. Powered by the air-cooled 883 cubic centimeter Evolution engine, it doesn't rely on complicated electronics or fancy tech. It's mechanical, straightforward, and easy to fix. The kind of bike that just keeps running if you take basic care of it. The design is bare bones in the best way: low seat height, mid-controls, and a narrow frame that make it easy to ride and maintain. Seniors, beginners, and city riders love it for its accessibility and toughness. It's also one of the cheapest ways into Harley ownership, which keeps demand strong even now. The Iron 8.83's engine is nearly indestructible. Riders have logged over 80,000 miles on these bikes with nothing more than regular oil changes and belt replacements. It might rattle a bit, but it's the kind of Harley that'll still start on cold mornings after sitting for months. Its resale value also remains surprisingly stable. Even discontinued models from earlier years continue to sell fast in the used market because of that reputation for reliability. While modern Harleys have gone high-tech, the Iron 8.83 proves that old-school simplicity still works. And while the Iron 8.83 wins hearts with rugged simplicity, the next Harley proves that big bikes with big power can be just as reliable when they're built with purpose. At number 5, the Harley-Davidson Road King Special, the muscle cruiser that just won't age. The Road King Special is the kind of motorcycle that defines the word timeless. It's big, bold, and built to last. And even in 2025, it remains one of the most dependable long-haul cruisers Harley's ever made. Owners call it the Forever Harley because it seems to shrug off time, miles, and wear like few others can. At the heart of the Road King Special lies the Milwaukee 8 114 engine, putting down around 122 foot-pounds of torque. That means effortless acceleration, whether you're cruising downtown or pulling past trucks on the open highway. The engine is smooth, heat management has improved drastically over the older twin cams, and its mechanical simplicity means fewer things to go wrong over time. The bike's build quality is where it really shines. Every part feels heavy-duty. The chassis, suspension, and components are engineered to handle both daily rides and full touring loads. And while it looks stripped down compared to fully fared models like the Street Glide, the minimalist design is actually a strength. Fewer gadgets mean fewer headaches. Owners love how comfortable it is despite its muscle stance. The wide bars, roomy saddle, and natural foot position make it easy on the back, even during multi-hour rides. And because Harley keeps refining small details like ride stability and clutch smoothness, newer Road King models feel better built than ever. Resale value? Rock solid. Even older models from 2018 and 2019 often sell above $17,000 because buyers trust what it delivers: long-term durability with unmistakable Harley style. And while the Road King keeps tradition alive with muscle and class, the next Harley shows that modern innovation can still create a future legend, one that's already proving nearly bulletproof. At number 4, the Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250 Special, Harley's surprise success story. When Harley first announced the Pan America, people were skeptical. An adventure bike from Harley-Davidson? It sounded like a risk. But in 2025, that gamble has paid off. Big time. The Pan America 1250 Special has proven itself to be one of Harley's most reliable modern machines, earning respect even from hardcore ADV riders who once dismissed the brand. Powered by the Revolution Max 1250 engine, the same base that drives the Sportster S, this bike produces a mighty 150 horsepower and a ton of usable torque. What's impressed riders most, though, is how tough and consistent that power plant has been. It's water-cooled, efficient, and far less maintenance-heavy than the older air-cooled Harleys. But what makes the Pan America shine is its engineering durability. Harley built it to go head-to-head with BMW's GS and Ducati's Multistrada, and it shows. The adjustable adaptive ride height system, electronic suspension, and traction control all hold up beautifully after tens of thousands of miles. Riders across North America and Europe are calling it one of the most dependable long-distance tourers in the segment, something few expected from Harley's first ADV attempt. It's also surprisingly affordable compared to its European rivals, with lower service costs and strong dealer support, and the resale value is climbing, not falling, a rare feat for a relatively new platform. Used Pan Americas are holding firm at $13,000 to $15,000, a sign that buyers trust the platform's longevity. Owners report minimal mechanical issues beyond basic servicing. In forums and long-term reviews, many describe it as the first Harley you could cross a continent on and not worry about. And while the Pan America conquered new roads for Harley, the next machine on our list shows that even the simplest designs from the past still carry unbeatable reliability into the present. At number 3, the Harley-Davidson Fat Boy 114, the legend that never loses its shine. The Fat Boy 114 is one of those bikes that defines Harley-Davidson itself. Introduced decades ago and made famous by movies, it's more than a motorcycle, it's an icon. And in 2025, it's still proving why it's worth every dollar. This thing just doesn't quit. It's powered by the Milwaukee 8 114 engine, the same torque monster found in Harley's top cruisers. It pumps out 119 foot-pounds of torque and feels like a rolling freight train, smooth, stable, and endlessly confident. The Fat Boy's frame is rock solid, and its wide stance and low center of gravity make it one of the easiest big Harleys to handle once you're rolling. Reliability-wise, the Fat Boy is nearly unbeatable. Owners regularly report over 100,000 miles with minimal engine issues, and the build quality is second to none. Everything feels overbuilt, from the solid wheels to the thick fork tubes, designed to last a lifetime of riding. Comfort also plays a big role in its staying power. The low seat, forward controls, and broad handlebars make it easy to cruise for hours without fatigue. Plus, the styling has aged beautifully. The mix of chrome and muscle still turns heads, and Harley's attention to finish quality means older Fat Boys still look showroom fresh after years of use. Even resale remains strong. A 2018 Fat Boy 114 can still fetch well over $14,000 if well maintained. People buy them, love them, and rarely let them go because there's simply nothing else like it. And while the Fat Boy dominates the boulevard with brute strength, the next Harley proves that big touring comfort and unmatched endurance are what really keep riders loyal for life. At number 2, the Harley-Davidson Ultra Limited, the luxury tourer that just won't die. The Ultra Limited sits at the very top of Harley's touring lineup. And for good reason. It's a bike built for riders who treat the open road like home. In 2025, it's still one of the best long-distance machines in the world, holding its value and reputation for unmatched reliability. Under the hood, you'll find the Milwaukee 8 114 or 117 engine, depending on the year. The motor delivers mountains of torque with near-silent smoothness. Owners report that these engines easily pass the 100,000-mile mark with routine maintenance, and many touring groups swear by their reliability over tens of thousands of highway miles. The comfort level is absurdly good. Heated seats, grips, a plush saddle, and top-tier wind protection make it feel like riding a two-wheeled luxury sedan. The suspension setup eats up potholes, and the frame-mounted fairing keeps handling predictable, even in wind or rain. Then there's the tech. Harley's boom, box infotainment, GPS, Bluetooth, and built-in speakers make this a full touring command center. Despite all that, the ultra-limited systems are remarkably stable and easy to maintain compared to European luxury bikes. It's also a rock star when it comes to resale. Used ultra-limiteds from 2016 onward still fetch premium prices because of their longevity and comfort reputation. There are riders out there with 150,000 miles on these bikes who still wouldn't trade them for anything else. But while the Ultra Limited takes the throne for long-haul comfort, the next bike on our list proves that sometimes the simplest Harley of all is the one that truly never breaks. At number 1, the Harley-Davidson Dyna Superglide, the eternal workhorse. If there's one Harley that truly deserves the title of built forever, it's the Dyna Superglide. This bike is a legend among mechanics and owners alike, known for being nearly indestructible when cared for properly. It's not flashy, it's not high-tech, but it's the bike that just keeps running no matter what. Powered by the classic twin-cam 96 or 103 engine, the Dyna Superglide has that raw mechanical heartbeat that older Harleys are famous for. These engines are easy to work on, endlessly tunable, and known to hit 150,000 miles with ease. Owners swear that as long as you keep oil in it, it'll outlast you, literally. The Dyna's frame gives it a solid, planted feel without being overly heavy. It strikes the perfect balance between agility and stability, making it just as happy carving through back roads as it is cruising down highways. Its simplicity is its strength. No electronics to fail, no sensors to go bad, just solid metal and timeless engineering. Riders love how connected it feels. You can feel the thrum of the V-twin under you, the pulse through the pegs. It's pure Harley soul, not diluted by tech or luxury fluff. And because it's such a simple design, maintenance is cheap, parts are everywhere, and custom upgrades are endless. Resale prices remain high for clean models, even though the Dyna line was discontinued in 2018. In fact, demand has gone up. Collectors and daily riders alike are snapping them up before they vanish from the market entirely. 15 Harleys that have weathered every storm, from the muscle-bound Fatboy to the battle-proven Dyna. These bikes prove one thing: when Harley builds them right, they don't just last years, they last lifetimes. Which of these Harleys do you think deserves the most reliable crown? Comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more deep dives into the bikes that truly stand the test of time.